Hi there. I got suggested to make a farming city, so I tried it out and found out all about the struggle. And although I gained knowledge and experience, I'm left feeling kinda confused still from remembering the farms of Citizen Valley 1. That city was mature and had pockets of high land value. Only in the underdeveloped region would a few farms form, and eventually one of them became corrupted from the other industries that formed. But I'll talk more about that factor later. Only the farms in the corner of the city survived. The alien invasions, and the influence of high-tech industry, even with the city's vast incentives towards high-tech industry. It seems like there are a lot of intricacies that play into farm formation in SimCity 3000. The first desert city failed as a whole. I keep taking on debt, and not producing farms. At first, the farms are on the current edge of the city. I start to develop too closely to the farms, though. The point in which I failed the zones was when I made this road that would lead to the area's services. Firstly, the city was slowly building up, relying on wind power, and when I spanned these services, I forgot about the impact to power and water, but also the land value. The strip of farms slowly deteriorate into dirty industry. It was one of my first attempts at making this desert farm region, though. On my next try, I set up my city with long stretches of roads. I properly power the city with wind and solar, provide water and landfill, but I built the industry regions too close. Some of the plots turned into farms, but having a polluting industry right next door caused all of them to fail. In my last attempt, I thought the services were the cause of the agricultural demise of the city. And while they may have been a contributing factor, proximity really factors into farm success. I was still confused at this point, slowly piecing together the building strats. I decided to build a distant road with only low-density industrial zones, prospective of becoming farms. No water access or proximity to pollution. I was happy to see the farms form, and I wanted to test where I have been failing, step by step. So I added houses across the street from the farms, and the farms remained. I added a bundle of services, and still, the farms right next to those remained. I went back to my first farm plots and began to try to fix my errors. I demolished a few zones to spread them out, rearranged the roads, deleted water access, and nothing can save these farms. One farmhouse was made historic, and you can see it switching between that farmhouse and an abandoned one. I think if I waited a few years without rezoning those plots, farms may have reformed though, because the ground and or air pollution hadn't dissipated yet, and I wasn't given it enough time in-game. I was seeing that even with higher land value, farms would still persist. Overall, I think farming in SimCity 3000 is a slow process. Overdeveloping the industrial land is going to make maintaining the farms that may form difficult, so keep your zones separated by multiple tiles, and others have recommended planting trees within these spaces. I think keeping pollution low or zero, and not overdeveloping or developing too close to one another are important factors in making a farming city. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I had been spending a few play sessions over a couple of hours the last few days trying to make a farm city, and I guess I just keep fouling it up right at the beginning, and I wanted to capture every step that I'd been taking so far. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep going for at least an entire half of the city being farms only. I still intend for it to be in the middle of the desert. The Joneses will now be destined to power this city for eternity. Isolated. Living exactly as their neighbors do. Alright, thanks for watching.